Golden scenes rise slowly on black lacquer. By day, it's a quiet wall. By night, the wall becomes a door. Some call it a folding screen. Coco Chanel lived with these screens all her life. The name she loved? Coromandel. Today we step into that room of light. Paris, 31 Rue Cambon. Climb the mirror-lined staircase. A discreet door opens. Inside, Coromandel screens stand like walls along the rooms. Chanel used them to redirect movement, soften sightlines, and set a backdrop for thought. The black ground swallows light. The gilded cuts give it back. Even faces look sharper in front of them. She kept 8 favorites in the apartment and owned roughly 32 in all, a true collector. How did Chanel discover Coromandel? As a young woman, she walked into an Asian antiques shop in Paris and felt almost faint with joy at the sight of these screens. I have loved Chinese screens since I was 18. When I first saw a Coromandel, I nearly fainted with joy. Screens were the first thing I bought. For her, a screen wasn't decoration, it was a way to open and close worlds. At night, that feeling is even stronger. When I look at this screen in the evening, I see doors opening, horsemen riding out, she said. In low light, the carving and gilding wake layer by layer. So what is Coromandel? A Chinese lacquer screen using quansai, incised colors. Layers of dark lacquer are built up, then cut and filled with color. From a distance, it looks like a painted landscape. Up close, it's a shallow relief, ridges carved, color and light set into the cuts. Sometimes mother of pearl is inlaid to add a soft shimmer. How did these screens reach Europe? In the late 17th century, East India companies shipped them in quantity, passing through the Coromandel coast of India, hence the name. In early England, they were also called bantam work. Fashions rose and fell with the times. European artisans mounted whole screens as wall panels or cut them down for furniture veneers. Lacquer rooms appeared in the Netherlands and England. The craze peaked in the early 18th century, then faded, then returned at the end of the 19th with a renewed appetite for Asian aesthetics. On that wave, Chanel built her own backdrop of light. Look closely at a Coromandel surface and you can feel the hours of handwork. Lacquer applied, cured, ground back, applied again. A blade incises lines, color fills the cuts. Here and there, a thin layer of shell slips in, releasing a breath of light even in darkness. Coromandel isn't about glare, it's a whisper of depth. If Chanel saw doors opening and horsemen riding out, perhaps it was the layers of light opening a passage for the imagination. Let's linger on lacquer itself. Lacquer is a living finish made from the sap of the urushi tree. Tapped in summer, strained, sometimes tinted with minerals, iron for deep black, cinnabar for warm red. It doesn't dry like paint, it cures. In warm humidity, the sap hardens, layer by ultra-thin layer, into a tough glass-soft skin. Work happens in a humid room. Each coat is whisper-thin. Dust is the enemy. After curing, artisans grind the surface with charcoal and water, then another coat, and another. 10 coats, 20, sometimes more. Why so many layers? Coromandel needs thickness. Only a deep stack of lacquer lets the craftsperson cut lines into the surface and pack those cuts with color and gold. You're not just painting light on, you're carving it in. Tilt the screen and the cut edge flares, then hides. This is why the scene seems to wake when the lamp lowers. Lacquer manages light. Black drinks it, gold returns it. Shell breaks it into a soft spectrum. The result is not glare, but a steady glow with depth. And lacquer lasts. Properly cured, it shrugs off moisture, heat, and time. That's why screens from the 1600s still breathe with light today. One last note to bring us into the present. In the next episode, we'll meet Korean mother-of-pearl lacquerware, Najeon Chilgi. Its motifs and methods differ from Coromandel, yet with the same lacquer and shell, it tames light in layers, patiently, breath by breath. We'll see how the room of light Chanel loved lives on in another tradition, in another craft's language.